This is a Black Nouveau web exclusive. Black Nouveau is entering its 29th season, and there's a new face added to our team. I'm Alexandra Mack, and join me in welcoming Earl Arms as our host. Welcome, Earl, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Alexandria. Great to be a part of the Black Nouveau team.
And we're happy to have you. So I hear that your family has pretty strong roots here in Wisconsin. Can you talk a little bit about that?
One of the first Black families to settle in Wisconsin are the Armses. Samuel Arms settled here. And it's funny because Black Nouveau actually did a story on that some years back. I was still a little pup when that story happened. But yeah, the Armses are very much still around, and now you got an Arms hosting Black Nouveau.
So tell us a little bit about your background with the city of Milwaukee and yeah.
Born and raised in the city, northwest side of Milwaukee. Went to Marshall High School, graduated Marsh House all day, and University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. So that's where I went after high school, got my undergraduate there, studied broadcast journalism, and from there went on to start my career.
So tell us a little bit about your career in journalism.
It started as someone who was really interested in sports. I love sports, love playing, but I also love talking about it. Love sports, love to talk, put it together, and you want to be a sports journalist, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what I set out to do, and I did it, thank God. But I knew I wanted to make an even bigger impact, and I also knew how much sports intersected with society, and you weren't going to be able to divide those two anymore. So I knew that I wanted to do something that had an impact in sports where, you know, I could talk about what I loved and what I knew, but also talk about the issues that affect the community. I mean, specifically Black people. And, you know, me being Black and me being in Milwaukee, the city I love, I've always wanted to have that type of impact to tell the stories of what's going on in the community, tell the stories of what's going on with us, our people. So that desire came from sports to now as the host here. So it's great. It's been a great experience.
So tell us a little bit about the stories that you're hoping to bring to Black Nouveau. You mentioned you mentioned sports and kind of activism and racial issues. So can you expand on that?
Absolutely. I mean, you see with what happened with the Milwaukee Bucks, you saw what happened with Sterling Brown. I mean, you talk about police brutality and it gets no closer to home than that. You see LeBron James and his initiative with More Than a Vote. You see what a lot of these other professional leagues are doing as far as bringing attention to these issues, what the WNBA has done. So you can't divide that anymore, like I said before. So I want to be able to dive more into that. What can athletes do as a collective to make the society better for Black people, but also for everyone in general? And another thing that really struck me, I mean, talking about police brutality, there was a quote that I saw once that really struck me, and it said, police do to Black men what doctors do to Black women. And it really struck a chord with me because a lot of the Black women I talk to, they don't have good stories about when they go to the doctor's office. They have a lot of, horror stories, if you will. The rates for infant mortality with Black mothers and with white mothers is, that disparity there is just unreal to me. And just to be able to address that, to be able to talk about that, why are those things the way they are, and what can we do as a society to address those things? So definitely Black women's health, definitely sports and how it intersects with Black culture and Black history, but really just being able to tell the stories of what's going on in this city, in this state, and to be able to shine a light to all the great things that are happening as well.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing just all of that and how that, bringing that home to Black Nouveau. Was there anything I didn't ask you that you wanted to share with our viewers?
No, I told everybody where I went to school, but I'm just so happy to be here. This is such a great opportunity. When it came our way, I did not hesitate. I knew about Black Nouveau for as long as I've been around in Milwaukee, which has been my entire life. And I know the importance of this show to the community, even from the past hosts, just hoping to be able to learn from them and also bring my own kind of flavor and my own ideas, so to speak, to help elevate and inspire others.
And one last question, this is a very unprecedented time in our country as far as issues. We're in a pandemic. I'm curious, how are you taking care of yourself in this pandemic and this quarantine?
I have picked up a biking habit. I love riding my bike around the lake along the east side of Milwaukee, actually anywhere. So, up north, out east, wherever, you know. I love riding my bike. I love just being outside and just trying to get that fresh air, but also challenging myself physically, because I think just having that space with, not only with the pandemic, but also with what's going on in the news cycle. You see so much bad news, and you see everything that's going on around us, but just being able to take that time and really just have to yourself to really just kind of think and get away from everything, just to kind of be with you, your own, just kind of meditate and really just focus and hone in on what you want to do. And in that case, for me, it's staying in shape and, you know, enjoying the outdoors.
Well, we're happy to welcome you to the team, and some of our viewers may see you biking around the city.
All right, don't be afraid to say hello.